Okay, folks. This is Colin from Kincaid Outdoors. Hope things are going well for you. This is just me eating my supper, so bear with me here. I'm running a little late today, so that's why a late start. Got to make my supper. Nothing fancy. Just eggs and toast. Now, I don't know how many people's going to show up this late. Who knows? We're going to find out. So, hopefully things are going well. I don't know if there's anybody's going to show. So, this is me sitting in silence. I don't know if there's any.
Might also be outside.
I don't know. We're going to find out, aren't we?
There's two of them are.
Well, I know about Jason and Cliff, but that's not what I'm talking about. There's other people who cannot do that. So right now, I am trying to figure things out, and I don't know. So I get to find out what's going on. This I am. Or they are waiting to come in at 7:30 when I have it set, which is entirely probable. Now I don't know if I got any. Oh, okay, I do get. I got Papa Murphy's, son.
Cool.
One of two deals. Still no one's showing up yet, but who knows? It's me just sitting here eating eggs and toast. Oh, this is that Roll20 D&D platform.
We should check that out.
Well, that might be interesting. I don't know how well it would work, though. So it's going to be interesting to see how things turn out. Well, they still got 7 more minutes. If they don't show up, it's going to be me. Oh, there's Rob. Hey, Rob. How you doing, brother? Glad you can make it. Things are a little slow for me today, so that's why I'm running a little late. I was making supper for myself. Wasn't sure if I was hungry or not. How things are you doing in your area? And I do have a bit of information that you might find interesting. If you want to hear about it, put a 1 in the chat. Internet's not resolved, not until tomorrow, unfortunately. It will be taken care of. I wanted to do it first thing, but Jenny wants me to wait until after work.
I'm not going to be home until after that anyway.
You heard her, right? So my internet is going to be spotty at best. Hey, Doug, how you doing? I'm running a little late, so if it's 25 or 25 hours, that's serious. Now, here's the thing I saw, Rob. I saw a car driving yesterday on the way home from work, or it was on to work. I can't remember where it was. It was in Des Moines, and the license plate said UK Rob on it. What are the odds of two Rob people, named Rob that I know? Were you in Des Moines yesterday by any chance? He said that's brilliant. Well, I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, thought you might get a kick out of that. So you have a brother or a twin or somebody here in Des Moines. I don't have a topic picked out for tonight, so please forgive me about me eating, because like I said, I haven't eaten yet. We can do a continuation of what we've been doing with the bug out bag situation, or we can do some other topic. So put out your thoughts. Let's see what happens. You put your thoughts out in the universe and see what returns to you. Not far yet. He just turned 18 on Monday, so he hasn't gone very far. He's still got to get his license. So I'm not sure where he is at that particular point. I will find out more tomorrow when we go to pick him up. So we're going to find out about that. I know there's some stuff for a truck and some things fixed up. So we're waiting to see. I do know that he needs to replace his spare. He needs to replace one of his windshield wiper actuators, or just put in a whole new windshield wiper stuff for you to make sure he's proper windshield wipers. Not sure what else he was planning to do. Jenny has no clue either. So that's all I got. Unless I can't really call him up at the moment because I'm using my phone for internet purposes. But like I said, internet will be back tomorrow. So Saturday, definitely. I have some things that we're going to be doing this weekend because Saturday we are going to Omaha, Council Bluffs area to drop some stuff off for Deb and stopping in to see her parents afterwards. So we're going to be going to an Army surplus store over there, and Ian's going to be picking up a few things, and we're going to see how that turns out. So we may have some stuff to show off from the Army surplus store. If anybody has any suggestions of what I should look for while there, because I don't have any plans for anything, because I've never been to these particular places, so they're all new to me, but I'm looking forward to checking them out. And if you're here, please, speak up. Let me know you're here. South, Doug, say hi, something. I almost picked up a Marine radio phone thing. It's called an MSR C Lab 9000R radio, Marine radio. But I couldn't get it to properly do anything because it's a Marine radio, which is basically means a sea to shore radio that works near the ocean. And as you can probably guess, I'm nowhere near said ocean. Hey, Rob, how you doing? Volo Auto Museum Antique Mall. Where's that located at? My internet is not fixed as of yet, Rob. It will be tomorrow, as well as a few other things. I just got to wait to be paid to get all my accounts all caught up. Hey, it's not by choice. Where is Volo, Rob? Do you know where Volo is, hon? I'm assuming
No idea.
It's probably somewhere in England. I'm sorry. I'm just taking a look. No, I have no idea. Oh, in Illinois. Okay. Oh, I can see that. They actually have Mater.
Mm.
I've been. I don't usually go east that much, but the main flea market thing I'm going to be going to is the Watcher County Flea Market at the beginning of the first weekend of next month. We do have something exciting coming up. The solar eclipse is going to be happening on the 8th in about 4 days. I don't know if my wife is going to go outside and take a look at it or not.
I don't know what time it is.
I don't know. You can look it up. You're supposed to be visible from here in Iowa, so
yeah.
Who knows? That's kind of exciting, but that's not until Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday. So, any questions, any suggestions, any other topics? I'm more than welcome to discuss them. Or if you guys have any suggestions for something for me to look for when we're at the Army Surplus store in Council Bluffs, apparently, is where it's located. Yeah, there's a place called Army Surplus Sales. You can check that place out. I don't know anything about, so we're going to find out. Hello? Anybody here? Bueller? You can make it of me what? Okay. I know my internet's not the best. Not at the moment, anyway. I will see what I can find. There's a possibility. They sometimes have like British military stuff, surplus stuff. I can't vouch for quality or price, but I can at least look. If I have my phone and everything going, I might be able to record something while we're there. It's going to be kind of iffy to see how that works out, but we're going to find out. MREs would be kind of cool. So that would be a plus. Ian wanted to go to the Army surplus store for his birthday. That's why we're going. And that's the only time I could go. And since we're going to be over that way, we're going to be stopping in Red Oak to see Jenny's parents because we haven't seen them in over a year. And also drop some stuff off to Deb. Oh, I can't say that because I don't have a low one anymore. And Rob, we're trying to kill 3 birds at the same time since we're heading that direction because it's a big trip. It's a 3-hour trip just to go to Omaha and Council Bluffs. And we can hit her mom and dad on the way back since they live over in Red Oak. So we hit Deb, surplus stores, and then her mom and dad. But we got most of their stuff all together already, so we just pack everything into the truck tomorrow or Saturday morning. I'm just going to find out more. There's 2 of them apparently. There's strictly GI Military Plus and Army Plus Surplus Sales. I have no idea about either one of them, but the Army Surplus Sales only got 2 stars, but the GI Military Surplus seems to have 5 stars. No, we have not. We haven't had the extra cash for that. We had some setbacks along the way. If we did, we'd be using it. I'm still here. I'm just closing the cam. Make the same bandwidth as much as I can. Which is really funny because we got fuel in the van. The van runs, it just needs brakes. And because of a chipped caliper, which broke into the brake line, which caused all their brake fluid to. So we got to go through and get all the brake pads and the brake line fixed and the caliper replaced and all yada, yada, yada. And that takes money, more than I have right now. So, what's new with you guys? That was Jenny. Let me see if I can change the picture. Maybe that might change things. I have no idea about that one. So. Well, I can understand the work thing. If I gotta change some things, I have no idea if it's going to work. I am going to try. Nope. That's not it. Wow, that's pretty good there, Doug. It's right now. It is 47 degrees. Expect light rain on Sunday. Wow. Because was that because of your anniversary or what, Rob? Oh, I know you're on the coast, Doug. I know. I'm just, simple little guy in Iowa. Just trying to figure something out. I can't figure out what the heck. Um, hmm. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. So please forgive me, folks. I'm playing around with things. Cool. Well, welcome back. Well, hope your day went smooth. Yes, camping has actually done. Um, we're going to be camping until the week of May, and we're going to be camping for one night. Then we're going to go into a cabin for a night. That's for the following the Watcher County Flea Market, and that way we can relatively, be in comfort while we're there. Oh wow, Lake Aquabi finally opened up, hon.
Nice.
So what did they stock it with? I mean, I have, since they drained it, I haven't heard anything else. It's been a while. See, they drained it right after we moved away from Milo, I think.
Yep.
So it's been a couple years. Trying to figure out how to change that. Okay. Have you been there to fish yet, or are you waiting? Okay. Well, you could do catch and release, obviously, but you never know. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing some trout fishing, but I haven't had the chance to do so yet. Um, I fished Aquabi a little bit while we were living there, down the road from there, and it was nice. Just really windy. Oh, okay, okay, I understand. Okay, Rob. Rob, have you been to the DAV store recently? Because we've been getting some really interesting things in lately, and we actually just a couple of days ago we had like 3 fly rods. Not that I had the money to buy them or anything like that, but 3 fly fishing rods. No reels, unfortunately, just rods. We also had a lot of different military plus stuff come in. It was actually a MS, see, MSR C Lab 9000R marine radio that I was looking at, but I don't know anything about those enough to really warrant doing anything with. They only want $5 for it, but I don't think it's worth the money to spend on that because I don't know anything about them. But it's interesting the fact that they have one in the middle of Iowa, which I can't imagine why it would be here because we're nowhere near that much water. Well, that's cool. I don't know if I could ever fly fish. My dad had a pole and I inherited it, but I ended up having to sell it because I didn't have a need for it at the time. I still don't think I have a need for it because while I appreciate the beauty of someone fly fishing, I don't know if I got the patience for it. Knowing my luck, I'd end up hooking myself. But we see a lot of different things come in. I do have my name down for one item, and that is a Wagner lid for a number 10 skillet, because I have a number 10 Wagner ware skillet with no lid. So I'm going to see about how much that's going to cost me tomorrow. But everything is priced to sell there. Today was buy one, get one free on the clothes. And there is a vacuum dealer there. So I can see about that if it's still there. But as long as we use it, Hunt, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Now, if we wanted to, you said you wanted to pre-make, like breakfast burritos and things like that. So we could probably use that for, sealing them off and freezing them and stuff.
Yep.
So there's that. 5 tackle boxes of vintage gear. Oh, you and Ian, I can understand why you guys get along so well. Ian loves vintage gear. He just hadn't had a chance to fish much lately since he's still trying to get through school. But I try to get him out and about. We might be in Des Moines on Sunday for a little bit. But it's supposed to be raining, so I don't know. because I would love to go fishing. Because I haven't, been. Well, Ian and I went to Mariposa the other day. Oh well, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I caught a lot of sunfish and bluegill. Ian caught nothing. Definitely been the weather has definitely been bipolar because it snowed here when we left yesterday morning, and it was fine when we got to Des Moines. Then it started snowing when we got back. When I went to go pick up Jenny, or was it when we were at work? I can't remember which. But Jenny didn't notice because she was busy. But yeah. Now, Rob, is your prefer catching the lures and jigs and stuff? Because to me, it's not mine. Because I never could get comfortable with doing that, which is why I like night crawlers. But we have to wait and see how things work out this weekend. Because they said it's supposed to lightly rain according to the weather. Expect light rain on Sunday. But that might be just here in let me check Des Moines. Mostly cloudy in Des Moines, so I don't know if you're going to get any. I'll just try West Des Moines. Nope, mostly cloudy. I apologize. Sunday is going to be mostly cloudy there in Des Moines. Here in Newton, it's supposed to be lightly raining. So we might be coming in on Sunday with Jenny because she has to work, and we might go do some fishing. Possibly. Depends on how Ian's feeling about it. So if I will type my responses if you guys are having trouble. So please forgive me. Okay. Thanks for letting me know, Mandy. But you're more than welcome to come up if you want to. Family comes first. That's always a given. Okay, got it covered. Thank you, Mandy. Oh, Jenny, Mandy says hi.
Hi, Mandy.
Yeah, she can hear. She can hear. She can't hear you, but she can. If you want to see her, I can do this real quick. Okay, just a quick wave. Okay, I understand. I've got bad reception right now myself due to my internet being down, but it like everything will be back up tomorrow, and hopefully everything will be much clearer. I'm trying to set the band by having it down like this, so bear with me. I don't know how I can change my picture though. That's the only thing. Need to figure that out. It's probably somewhere in here. Not sure. Oh, that might be it. I have no idea.
Leslie, you gotta do that for me now.
So I hope that whatever's going on with Jason and Molly's daughter, wish them well and
What?
blessing. Something's going on. I don't know. None of our business.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say.
Nanya.
Yep. But maybe later. Okay, folks. Is can you ever? I know my transmission is spotty. Please let me know you can still hear me. I know you can't see me because I got my video down. Please put a 1 in the chat if you're still here. Right now, it feels like I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what else to say. I hope Cliff can make it. I know he's not going to be making it for a little while, so let's just hope with that. I know that SD will not be making it because he's on his way to Kentucky. I think he's flying out today. So he's on his way to Kentucky for the Kentucky gathering down there for the bushcraft community. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going on down that way. Hey, Tiny, how you doing? Big thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. How are you? I hope you are well. Sorry, Rick, because I had to look your name up because I apologize for that. I am following you, and I have been for quite some time. So, how you been, brother? I hope things are well your way. And what's new? Glad you can make it. My internet is very spotty at the moment, so I don't. My regular internet is down until tomorrow, and everything will be back up and running tomorrow afternoon, and we'll be doing some interesting things, hopefully, because I plan on going to a Army surplus store over the weekend on Saturday, mostly for my boy Ian's 18th birthday. He requested to go there, so I'm taking him to one over in Count Bluff, Iowa. I'm from Iowa, and we're taking a trip, seeing 3 different things at the same time. We're going to drop some stuff off to Deb. We're going to be going to a Army surplus store, and we're going to see my in-laws. Oh, that's kind of cool. I am, much as I would like to say I like shooting out of a tree stand, I've been in all of one in my archery career. And I am not comfortable being that high off the ground. I just don't like heights. Though one of the best deer I've ever came across happened to be with me in a tree stand for the first time, and I just wasn't used to shooting from that high on the ground. I'm used to shooting on the ground, not up way above. So I'm not sure if he jumped the string, I got deer fever, or what. But never, I missed him, and he was less than 20 yards from me, which is really embarrassing. But it happens. I will check out your video though when it comes up. For those people who are interested, this is Big Tiny's channel. Please check it out. We've been seeing a lot of deer here, so I'm not sure how many we're going to see come fall. And just before I don't forget, thank you for your service. It looks like I'm by myself again. But yeah, my wife, lovely wife, is right there. And my cat is right next to her.
Nope, he was.
He was?
Your cat? Our cat.
It depends on who he's favoring at the moment, as you already know. So thank you all for coming. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and feel free to open up a conversation, some conversation about anything. I have been talking about bug out bags, whoosh bags, get home bags, and inch bags the last few lives that I've been doing. So that's open for discussion. Fishing, archery, bow hunting, bushcraft, and things like that. I'm open for all that. Gardening is my weak point. So I know a little, but not enough to actually be productive on that particular topic. But I have a feeling I'm all alone in here. I don't like that feeling. But that happens. And I'm not sure who else is going live at the moment because I'm sure there's other people. It looks like Cliff had a never-ending work video come out about 3 hours ago. It looks like he has quite a few things going on his channel. And he's got a lot of raised beds made from tubs. So that's interesting to say the least. Wow. Angry Pepper's got 590 people watching. That's a lot. Oh, that's cool. I've always been the kind of person who, like, with the proper camo gear, prop yourself up against a tree or something stable and just sit and wait. If you're not moving, they won't see you. And in the immortal words, or paraphrasing the immortal words of Fred Bear, you don't need fancy gadgets to hunt deer. He did it in bright red plaid and still took more than his fair share of deer every season. Red plaid, no less. I was Army myself. I did 4 years Air Force, 12 years Army. I was a medic. And I go traditional. It's just what I prefer to use. Recurve longbow, takedown longbow, takedown recurve. And yeah, it's just one of those things. So how, let's see here. So how long have you been using tree stands? Because I mean, where I grew up, my dad was the same type as that. He didn't climb, so that's what I'm comfortable with. Hey, Lori, how you doing? Thank you for coming. Hope things are well with you. Jason will not be joining us tonight. He's got family things to take care of, and Mandy will not be able to make it due to the fact that she has work. But she and she had Cornhead was here for a little bit. I don't know where he's at the moment. The other Rob had to go do something, but he'd be back. And Doug, South Florida, is here somewhere, and I don't know where he's at. But thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. Traditional wise, I will talk archery all day long. I got my big butt t-shirt from the Deer Classic a couple years ago. I shot at the Iowa Deer Classic for the last few years. I used to do it with Ian, but he's lost interest in competing or being in the spotlight around people. He doesn't people well nowadays, but who knows? And if my internet is lagging or whatever, I apologize. It's out. My main internet is out at the moment, but it will be returning tomorrow. Can I ask what your MOS was, Rick? I was curious. Lori, you need my help to go to find good stuff at Goodwill. Now they got me working at the DAV store in Des Moines temporarily while I'm on restriction. So for workman's comp, and hopefully they can get me back to work sooner than later, which I'm hoping. Glass, pottery, and like. Okay. One of my platoon sergeants does one of those. But another one was a Green Beret, so go figure. We're all medics because I was in a medical unit. That makes sense. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm more comfortable on the ground because I've had deer come up to me while I'm standing still in full camouflage and my bow within 10 yards of me and try to figure out what I am. Because they will do everything is to see if I'm real or not. Because if you don't move, they don't know you're there. Unfortunately, that the situation where I got within 10 yards of one was due to the fact I was not even hunting deer at the time. I was hunting turkey. And I didn't even come close to one of those. One flew overhead, probably about 30 yards overhead, but that's about it. Cool. I was a 91B. I was in an ambulance unit. Got out in 2003. I would have stayed for the entire time to make my 20, but I just couldn't handle it anymore. I got super stressed after 12 years in the Army. I got tired. But I joined the Army about 1 month after getting out of the Air Force, if that makes any sense. I still got my dog tags still too. Carry around them every day. And if I'm not talking a lot, if I'm talking too much, let me know. If I'm lagging, let me know. Because I have a tendency to ramble when I don't get a lot of responses. So I'm doing the best I can, trying to talk to thin air for the most part. I gotta give me a second here. Let me do something. I'm gonna try to share this out. Maybe I might get some more people in here. I know Scott won't be able to make it because he's on a plane somewhere, flying overhead, heading over to Kentucky for a bushcraft gathering. I'm going to be back over here. So hopefully he'll be able to contact her. I have been invited to that one, but I just didn't have the time or money to go this year. Yep, I did make sure I washed with scent-free soap and everything else. So I made sure I was completely descented, as the saying goes. Let's see here. Who else can I get? Deb, Blake. Let's get Blake. Evan. Oh, I got a quick question to Deb. Sorry, typing things out a lot lately. So, hey, Jared, how you doing, brother? I still got your bow. We're going to be driving out towards Omaha this weekend. I don't know if we could stop in where you're at on the way or not. It depends on where you're going to be. We can drop your bow off to you if that's a probability or anything at all. What's the exit number, Jarrett? So we could. I mean, if we're going to be going right past you, there's no point us not stopping in. As dropping off your bow and saying hi. Is that okay, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. It's along the way anyway.
Sure.
And he is going to be home, so I don't know if I have your phone number, but I can give you a call when I message you when I get close. You said you're near Avoca, correct? Yes, Mac. What is it?
You're online, honey. You're live.
That he didn't hear Cliff. He usually comes up when he hears Cliff.
That's true.
Let me see what else I could send out. There's CR. If I send stuff out to CR, let him know I'm here. At Eagle. Dale. Ajax. Lori's already here. Ghost. Sorry, folks. I'm just singing that. Show exit.
Okay.
We'll find it. We'll find it. I'll make sure to throw your bow into the back of the truck. But you'll be getting your bow. But like I said, you probably would like to get it tuned up a little bit, and because I've only shot this a couple times. I'm not a compound shooter in the slightest, but as long as you are able to use it, that's all that matters. There are some arrows in there. I can't guarantee you the overall condition of them, but that's because they've been in there for a while. So good luck. But you'll be able to go bow hunting. I don't have any other traditional bows, so this is the only bow I can give you. And I asked permission from Ian in order to do it, since he originally got it from me. But as he knows that I'm not a compound shooter. But it'd be kind of cool. Rick, what kind of bow do you use? And what draw? Just curious. No problem there, Jared. No problem at all. I'm just sorry it took a little while for me to get it to you. Okay. Got it. I got your number. I'll add it to my phone. Yeah, come up. The link at the top of the chat. Come on up, Rick. More than welcome. Yep, link is in the chat. If you want me, I'll put the invite one more time. There you go. Rick, you're more than welcome to join me up here. And I appreciate you coming. I really do. You have bow fishing stuff? I'm interested, because I have always been wanting to do that, but I have a issue with me being left-handed, which is kind of hard. But links there. You're more than welcome to join me. Like I said, if you want to come up, there's the link. It should be open. If my link, I hope my link is stable enough for this. It would really, really suck if it wasn't. I'm sorry if I'm not talking very much. I am doing the best I can. I get a little distracted, and when I start looking at things, I end up freezing up, I'm sure. I apologize for that, folks. I get distracted easily. Let's see. What can I do? What can I do? Okay, let's see here. Well, that's cool. I have shot crossbow, but I have not hunted with it because I'm not injured enough to require the uses of a crossbow. I pull a 74-pound longbow, but I also shoot that's a one-piece longbow, a 65 U recurve, a 55-pound takedown longbow, which I can show you here. It's right there. And I have a takedown Samick Sage 55-pound recurve that I use. And here he is. Hey, Rick, thank you for coming.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, not much. I like your, you started off with recurve. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I started out when I was 13 with a recurve and used that for quite a few years. And then when I joined the military, I was traveling around, did do a bunch of bow hunting and stuff. And when I got back and got out in 90, I started picking it back up and got a compound and used that for years. And then just the last probably 5 years if I actually got a crossbow and started using it.
Oh, so, that's cool.
I still go out. It depends on where I hunt too.
That's true. You hunt the conditions, not in the location. You have to. So you got to use whatever bows required.
Oh yeah,
where you're at.
I actually purchased first climbing tree stand. I never had one, but there's a bunch of places that I go hunting that I can use those now. So I got to get in shape. I've been going to the gym the last 2.5 weeks. So you start to try to get stronger and stuff.
Yeah, especially. Are you hunting with crossbow out of your stand or are your compound?
Both. It depends on where I'm at. It really does. Okay. I mean, they shoot basically the same distance, but if the area is more open, it's easier for me to use the compound. You know what I mean? You got more able to move a little bit more and stuff like that because that draw makes a big difference. But crossbow, you don't have to move hardly at all. So you just got to pick it up like a rifle.
I was just wondering how you would if it's different to cock your crossbow compared to your compound. Unless it's a compound crossbow, I don't know what type you have, so I'm just guessing.
So I have they have cocking strings, and I could actually show you one that I have for my bow.
I've seen them before.
Yeah, they're just pretty much they go down around your crossbow, down to your strings, and you pull these two
Handles
left
up.
foot handles up, and you have your foot down in between
On the stirrup?
down by the stirrup of the crossbow. And then you just pull up, and when it locks in place, then you unhook it. But I also I bought my wife a crossbow, and it actually has the cocker built right in, so you just loosen it up, take the strings up, set it, and then you take this little handle and you take it out and you put it inside and crank it, and it cranks it right back. And then you just
That's
the
kind of
handle
cool.
out. Yeah.
I think Jenny loves crossbow. We actually got one for our wedding gift when we got married 14 years ago. But along the way, somebody got into our tent while we were out and stole it.
Wow.
It was a medieval style lever action crossbow, about 63 pounds. But you could do a lot with it. She was really accurate with it. I was faster, but she was more accurate.
Yeah.
So that's her right there.
Hi.
Hi.
That's her name is Jenny. This is
Hi,
Rick.
Miss Jenny.
Nice to meet you.
This is actually, I got hooked up with High Point Products out of Wattsburg, Pennsylvania. He makes this stuff all at his shop. Everything that he makes and stuff, he is actually produces, and it's lifetime guarantee with him.
That's all tree stand accessories, correct?
Right. Like this one here, I don't know if you can see.
Here, let me make it big here.
Whoops. I got to adjust my feet.
Okay. I want to make sure I don't. Okay, I get it. I got to be careful with the firearm showing.
Yeah.
I don't want to get dinged.
Yeah. Well, see, that's funny because I sit there and watch all these YouTubes and I see them shooting deer and everything else. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like they show the firearms, they show them shooting, but if I to flash a picture up, then it's like, but yeah, Gary had from Bad Cop, Good Cop, and some other stuff. But this kit here actually comes with a fence, like the old fence posts, the plastic ones, and then they had the tip at the end and stuff.
Right.
Well, this actually comes with that accessory as well. You can actually put it on the ground, and let me see if I have a picture that doesn't show my crossbow holder in it.
Well, is it sort of like a oh man, I actually had something similar to that at one time for
actually it's
crossbows should be fine if you have something with a crossbow.
Yeah, but it's actually a holder that you can attach to your
Okay, hold on.
Oops,
let me see that again. Okay, that would work great for a crossbow then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, crossbow, rifle, shotgun. I actually had a setup where I used that post and I got back into a pine tree and trying to find it.
You said something about fishing stuff as well when you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, well, yeah, but there's that right there. It's
that's
setup.
Cool. Yeah, that's I call that a shooting stick.
You set
what I've always called it.
Yeah, pretty much. But you set behind it, and you can get the new thing that he's developed. You can set behind it, and if you want to break up your outline.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
He's got a system where you can attach it to your tree stand in the 3/4 inch side. I don't know if you can see that or not.
I can
3/4
see it.
inch, and then the other way is 1 inch and stuff. So you just attach that. There's a little dial here that loosens it up, and you can move them, spread them
Adjustment.
whichever
Yeah.
way, make yourself a little opening. But if you attach it actually to your tree stand, it breaks up your outline, and the deer can't see it. But if you use
That's
that
cool.
stake, you can attach it to that stake and put it in front of the stake, and the deer or the turkeys can only see maybe your head if you're sitting
That's
behind
true.
that and you have your crossbow up there.
That's interesting.
And they also have fall colors as well.
That one probably for me would probably be a lot more useful because that's one of the time I can actually get out and about.
Yeah, and this and you flip it over, and it's the pre-fall. You know,
I got a
garden.
question on by the way. Do you have them in different style depending on the type of place you're hunting? They just strictly like oak.
Actually, yeah, it's just kind of like the oak ones, because if you think about it, oak is the only real one that even in the fall sticks around, and the green is the what is that? Is it red oak that has the rounded the leaves? I can't remember now. It's been so long since I've been on.
Because I'm from Iowa, and things might be a little different here. That's the reason I was asking.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, green is green, and the deer's, as far as, because we were sitting in a pine tree, so a pine tree is green. That leaves.
Yeah, and deer are not going to look too close into it.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though.
But,
that's slick, actually.
Yeah. And you actually take this, and it has like clog gears, and I wish I had a better. I don't want to take this out yet because I'm going to a show and I got to empty it out or open it up. But it's got, whoops, I bumped my thing here. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I got to unplug my phone. I keep bumping, but it actually is serrated. There's gears in that, so you actually put that stick on the bank. You set this up. You take your crossbow out. You put your fishing pole in there. You tilt it like this. There's serrated edges, so you can tilt it back and forth. And then you set your pole up there, and you hook it up underneath it. Well, this is kind of hard. Let me see. This is the bar that goes across. Right. You hook your handle of your pole up underneath there, and it can't pull the pole out of it.
That's pretty cool.
So you can actually use it as a
fishing pole stand.
A fishing pole holder and holders. But he's got I don't know. Do you use ladder stands at all, or is that still kind of rough for you?
I did it the one time, and I was not really comfortable with getting up in the air because I shoot better from the ground. Because I am not your standard bow hunter because I go after small game compared to big game because we're in my area. Fighting for hunting spots for deer and turkey is hard because of the competition with other hunters. But going after rabbits, squirrel, and other small game, I could go get that all day long, and that will put meat in the freezer faster than me trying to wait for an opportunity for a deer. Unfortunately, But I got used to hunting off the ground, just on the ground. So
actually, he has a system now. It's like a. Let me see if I have one here.
Okay. Rick, I will be right back. I have to go use the restroom, so feel free to show off whatever you want to talk about. I'll be right back.
Here is actually, if you guys can see it, is a bow holder that you attach to the side of your tree stand, and then you take your bow and you put it in this holder, and it's got serrated edges, and you can actually turn it to whatever direction you want, and it holds your bow inside of there. And you can actually kind of see the picture where it shows right there the bow being held in there, and you can adjust it to whatever position you want your bow. If you want your bow laying kind of flat, it can do that, or you can tilt it up, so you just have to reach over and grab your bow and bring it out. Trying to think. Then he's got stabilizers for your bow. Then these stabilizers actually have camera mounting systems in there, so you can actually. Oops, I'm trying to get the reflection out of there. There's different attachments. You can do your GoPro, your cell phone, and there's all kind of different attachments in there.
That's pretty cool.
Your stabilizer.
Yeah. Let me say hi to someone who just came in the chat. I'll be right. Hey, Cecilia,
Yep.
Thank you for coming. This is Rick. Rick, say hi to Cecilia. She's from Canada.
Hi, Miss Cecilia. I know.
She is really, really cool.
She's,
She knows her prepping stuff really, really well. And she's really good with herbalism stuff. So she's really cool. And I was listening to.
She started helping me out when I first met her.
Yeah, she is really freaking cool. And oh wow, like I said, I can't say enough good things about her. And Cliff will be here shortly. Foxhead Outdoors. He's just finishing up making supper, but he'll be up and joining us shortly. Do have a that I use, so I do use attach that. I do have an attachment for something.
I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
For what, bud? Oh, I was going to say, he actually has, with those leaves that I was showing you and stuff.
Right.
He's getting a belt. He's getting a belt system or a strap system that you can actually. This will. I get maybe if I loosen it up enough, it'll work. Whoop. That's
Sugar Daddy? She calls you Sugar Daddy?
Oh, yeah. But these actually come off, and he's got these little things that attach right here. And he's putting them on a strap that goes around a tree. So if you find a single tree that doesn't have anything around it, you can actually put this up behind you on the tree and spread it out to cover your back, or you can adjust it and turn it sideways so that you can cover yourself like this off to your side, so that the deer or the turkey or whatever can't.
It seems like you should be able to have more than one setup at a time as well from both sides. Okay. Yeah. That's ingenious. Very smart.
Yeah. So.
Okay. I kind of figured, Cecilia, that it was an inside joke. Nothing wrong with that, Cecilia. We do a lot of inside jokes here. Right. And puns. I apologize if there's any bad puns coming from me. Yeah.
Right. But he also come up with gun holders.
Okay, just be careful with the picture.
Attach right to the side. Yeah.
Just keep it blurry. Keep it blurry. Or put your hand over the picture or something. I have no idea. We'll figure something out.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I know that even the Backwoods Misfit he's had him and I have actually shown guns and everything else, and he's never got a hit from any of it. So I don't,
I've
I
gotten
don't
dinged.
understand.
I've gotten dinged, which is
Really?
really weird.
Well, I
And
think it could very well be that somebody like Gary he never got dinged before, and he actually got one time, and it wasn't. And I was showing this stuff, and it wasn't me. It come to find out, it was somebody had showed a CD, a music CD of a group, and somebody seen it and reported it, and bang, he got booted.
all right, I'm just trying to, I've probably got the same amount of hours you do, probably at this point. Let me double check.
Yeah.
I got to check.
But I don't know. Do you play cornhole and stuff?
What was that again?
Do you play cornhole?
I haven't played cornhole in a while. I have done it in the past.
Yeah,
it's just been a while.
But
it's Iowa. Come on, that's actually a thing here.
He actually makes bags, thermos holders, but it also you can put your cup in there. As you see, whoops, it's on this side. There's a cup holder.
Oh, that's cool.
And you put that on that post. You put that on your post. And you can throw your cornhole bags back and forth, and put your beverage. I won't even say the B word.
You're just fine. We can talk about that thing. It was really weird, but not certain things. We can talk about firearms. We just can't show them.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. Steve and I've showed my firearms and showing Steve on his stuff, and never once did he get anything. It was crazy. But here's a burger holder that you can attach.
Hey, that's kind of cool.
Right underneath. But I also used it the one time to put my camera, my video camera. I had my drink set in there, but I put a video camera out in front. And that was able. I was able to have it open, and I clicked on it, and that's how I did some of my videos. I also got what they call a Halo charger, and I actually hooked that up to my camera. So I actually sit out for 10 hours using that Halo charger and videotape for 10 hours.
Okay, what exactly is a Halo charger?
It is.
I'm not familiar with the term.
It's a Halo is actually the name of the company, and it's a little charger that you charge up at home, and then you take it out and put it in your truck or put it in. It's a little flashlight, and I'll have to bring it up and show it to you one day. But it's a little flashlight. It's got jumper cables you actually plug into it. It will actually jump your car.
Okay, I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at the website. That's pretty cool. Not bad prices either.
No, and you can USB ports, a regular outlet like in there. Like I ran my CPAP machine. Now I have a BiPAP because I got a little better, but my CPAP machine, and for 8 hours on it. Actually, more than 8 hours on a charge, and it ran that. So that was
I just looked at that. $119 is not bad. It's not a bad price.
Right.
That's kind of cool. I have an Anchor. It's a 26,800 milliamp battery that I use on a regular basis, and it works really well. Now it doesn't jumpstart anything like yours does, which is really cool. Wish mine did, but it doesn't. Right. But I like yours. I might have to check into that. Now, you said those lasted for 10 hours with the charge.
Yeah, it depends on what you. I actually still had time on my cord, but I was out hunting for 10 hours and it ran the whole time.
Oh wow!
So
now, what kind of GoPro do you carry when you're out there?
I don't actually carry a GoPro because I've had 2 used GoPros and both of them were terrible. The battery did not last long at all.
Right.
And it's very difficult to string something from your head or your chest and have that, which I can probably uh, rig a little carry pack, and I could probably do that. But a lot of guys say that with those, uh, that they heat up too fast, and then they start to. So
Yeah, I've had that.
if you're
I've had
going
that
to
issue
run
too.
one,
I've had the same issue, but
here
I have a GoPro Hero 7 Silver, and it does not have a battery pack that I can switch out or anything. It's all internal, so that makes it really hard to record very long.
Yeah,
that's why I use our phone holder for me. That's what I use when I do my videos. It works really well. I'm very comfortable with it, and I have the tripod, and I've got a phone mount for my truck as well.
Yeah, but this actually is what they call the Super Max. It's a bow holder, and you stick your bow down in here. And like I was telling you earlier, they have, say for example,
that would work on my recurve, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you could actually, and you can take this and loosen it up here, and it adjusts to whatever angle you want your bow.
That's pretty cool.
So if you're up in a tree stand, and you want to grab it like you're taking it off your hip, you can just set it up and have it turned that way as long as the pressure is on there. And I actually am going to do a video where I'm climbing up the tree stand with my bow already up there, so that it shakes and shows that it's not going to come out when you're climbing up the tree stand. So
that's cool.
But yeah,
so how did you find the guy who does this?
I actually went to a show. Actually, I met him at Chico Outdoors, the one I'm going to next weekend.
Okay.
And I met him and I was checking out some of his stuff. And yeah, there's another. That's the gun holder, but you get 2 in the pack and stuff. But same thing, you can loosen this up here and it adjusts how it's tilted.
That's cool.
And
I have
I
have a 12 gauge and I have a 22 that I use when I'm not using my bows.
Yeah. Well, and you get the stick system, man. You know what I mean? You can use it on the ground for shotgun, rifle, crossbow, whatever you guys use. It helps you keep it steady. You know what I mean? A lot steadier. And they have these, which are, he calls them the bow holster. And it's just, whoops, I'll slide it back. It's just a little holster clip. You put this through your belt, and this thing's on your side, and your bow goes right in here. So you can actually let your hand go, put that right in your.
Would that work with a traditional bow?
I have not tried it out, but I'm imagining it would be somewhat easier because this actually flexes out some, so you probably can get a handle in, the main part of the handle in there to hold it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, let me show you one of the bows I was talking about that might work with that product that you got there. You probably have not seen one of these, but have you ever heard of Survival Archery Systems?
Actually, I heard something about Survival Archery Systems, but I never looked them up.
Well, I actually have one of their, it's called their Atmos Survival Longbow. And this is it right here in its entirety, all folded up.
Oh, okay.
It's anodized aluminum with fiberglass limbs. But the really cool thing about it is that it still has all the attachments that a regular traditional bow has, because it's got the mounts right here, and here for either a sight or a whatever you want to put on there. It's got the adapter, one for the front for either for balancers, or you can set it up for bow fishing.
Yeah.
So I shoot barebow, which is without anything. Doesn't have all fun. But the 55-pound raw bow, and with the way this one is, as you can see how thin that is right there, that might work with what you got, what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was snap on right in there. Yep.
And it's really, really strong.
Yeah.
So
now, do you video? Do you video your hunts or try to video your hunts?
I have not, because I mean, it's hard. It's hard because I'm not comfortable with trying to film myself when I hunt.
Right.
I have tried to, but I get focused on one or the other, and I forget.
Yeah. No doubt.
You know how it is when you first. Thing is, I've
brought
my gear with me. I just forget it.
Yeah. But this is actually a system that he has. Oops. I'll have to go like this. But it's actually a camera holder, and you can put your GoPro in there. You can put your cell phone. There's a cell phone holder in here that you can do it, and there's the stick is in there as well. I don't know if you can see it, but it moves up and down with a stick off to take them out. But yeah,
right.
And I am doing what I'm doing with one of these is you can, a lot of your game cameras, you can actually stick on here and put up there. You can actually set it up in your tree stand, point it down to where you want to see in front of your tree stand, and run your game camera like that.
Well, normally when I have my camera set up, I mean, I've got a chest mount already about it. You want my head mount. A mounted one would be awesome to try, especially during a hunt, to see how that works out, especially on rabbit season, because that's it's tough for rabbits because they move, but they.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of fun though. It's a lot of fun though.
Oh,
but yeah, there's the bow set up. No string on it yet, but
yeah.
This is a really, really nice shooting 55-pound draw bow. I want to use it for bow fishing, but I'm left-handed and finding the gear is difficult at best.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Mike, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I haven't seen everybody that come in because trying to make sure that I show that all that stuff.
Yeah, that's cool though.
You can see it. But yeah, it is. It is really neat. I'm with Rubline Scent, so I actually sell deer scent. But I've been with them for 3 years and stuff.
So how'd you come up with the scent?
Actually, my wife owns Wagner Tarps out of Brookville, PA.
Right.
She makes those big, huge truck tarps and stuff.
Really?
Right. Yeah. And she actually, they do a lot of them. They've done boat tarps. They've enclosed side by sides with the windows in them. That kind of material you can see through the windows, make windows. I don't know if I have one here, but they've actually had companies contact them. Up here, the weather changes so drastically,
right?
But they like to have outside like porches and patios and stuff at some of these different restaurants. And if I can find it, I will show you. They did like a really awesome uh, tarping system that covers up your patios.
No, I think I've heard of them before, especially
Let me
the side by side door covers or whatever you want to call it for side covers.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they showed them at the Iowa Deer Classic this year, I think.
yeah. They
I'm not sure.
actually, yeah. There's
Here, let me
well, I
put you
can.
big where you can show that off if you want to.
Yep, I will try to. Trying to get the picture to come up so I can.
Well, if you want to share it here, I could put it up.
But they actually make the windows for side and tarp for side by sides.
Yeah, I remember them. They probably talked about that at the Deer Classic. They had side by sides all over the place there, and other things that were hunting related. And
Yep.
I had Ian really said, "Dad, I want one of those." I said, "I can't afford one of those, but I still want one of those." He just turned 18 on Monday, so
They've actually made we have a lot of rodeos up here, up in this area. Oops. And the rodeo people like to conserve their barrels, so they actually made a tarp for their barrels.
that's cool.
So that was one thing.
I had a stepsister that used to do barrel racing, so I'm familiar with what they had to deal with the water getting in the barrel and other things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think we lost Cliff too. He said something strange was going on.
Oh, really?
Hopefully, I'll contact him on Instagram and see what's going on.
If I can find it, they try to post a lot, showing people all the different stuff that they do. But they've done stuff for firemen and their stuff. Here's let me see if I can get it up. Like an example, like those canopies for like weddings and stuff like that.
Okay.
That they make those so you can actually see inside, but it
I've seen those, yeah, with windows, and they actually look like windows.
yeah.
Like I said, I've heard of the company before. I believe because I think they were advertised at the Deer Classic before, but I wasn't paying attention because I was in the middle of trying to get ready for competing. So,
Oh yeah.
because I'm one of the few traditional shooters at the Deer Classic.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, a lot of the people I've been competing against were all using compounds. I was the only recurve shooter.
Oh really?
I don't know. Probably I had fun. I had some brand new arrows, and they shot amazingly. And I use a 4-fletch archery cedar arrows that worked great.
Okay. Yeah.
I got my arrows from Three Rivers Archery, but I'm in the process of learning how to make. I'm learning the process of learning how to make my own because I got their Avalon fletching kit, the 6-fletch setup, and I want to learn how to make my own arrows. So I'm in the process just getting all the supplies together for I can do that. I've got the fletching. Yeah. I just need the shabs and the tips. And then I've got nocks. But yeah, I plan on making a lot of arrows until I learn I can do it without thinking about it. Right.
Yeah, that's a big thing for sure.
I already know how to make bowstrings. It's just, Yes, my love.
Made his own little cat game.
I see that. Cliff, are you making something for supper or what? Because you didn't say. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I like your shirt too, by the way.
Thanks. Actually, that Rubline Sense actually carries Deception Sense, which is actually saved my marriage, kind of almost.
Almost.
Yeah. Well, we're still married, but she needed to borrow my truck, so I said, "Well, I'm still going fishing, and I'm going to take your car fishing." Well, I took her car fishing, and I put them in a Walmart bag so that I could, bring them home and not smell up her
car.
vehicle and stuff. And just happened that one got out, or at least I thought it was one. And she says, "My gosh, my car stinks like fish or something rotten." Well, she reached back in to pull out something, and here one of the fish had dropped into one of those aluminum trays that she had.
Oh no!
So it was baking at like 70-degree weather for a while. Well, about a week later,
You're not supposed to cook fish in your car. It's not recommended.
Right? She said about a week later, she was like, "Oh, good Lord, that's still, you're going to have to do something about my car. It still stinks." Well, she misplaced some stuff, and she decided to reach under her seat to see if it had slid underneath there. And what did she find? She
Another
found
fish?
Another fish that had been taken in 70 days. So the car stunk like crazy. I said, "Listen, I just found this new stuff." I said, give me time to get there, and I will go and
descent the vehicle.
Stuff. Yeah, and I got a canister, and you take this little plastic, undo it, and the lid. Take this little plastic cup, fill it up with 1 ounce of water, then you pour it in there, and then you set it down on the floor or on a console where it can't touch like the rug or anything, and you close your vehicle up. And in 8 hours, the smell will be completely gone.
Oh, that's freaking cool.
It attacks the bacteria that makes smells.
Oh, that makes sense. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How much does run?
I didn't have to go pay for a new vehicle for her. So that was really nice.
Hey, Hoga. Hi. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Hoga Homestead just showed up.
All right. Hey, what's going on? I'm still trying to find it. I know they had posted it, and I can't seem to find it now.
Cecilia wants to know what the product is called.
Deception Sense.
Okay, we actually might want to need some of that for downstairs, son. What do you think? What? It absorbs the scent of unwanted scents, say such like as fish that's been sitting out too long.
It's actually like a little. It's like a little gas, and it actually goes and kills the bacteria that creates smell.
Yeah, it's called Deceptive Sense, and you can set it up with a little bit of water. And deception.
I'll get close.
Yep. Yeah, there it is. Let me make it bigger. Hold on, for my wife can see this. It's a scent eliminator. We put it downstairs in the laundry room.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think we might have a purchase on our hands in the near future. We actually have a use for it.
You actually can go there, or you can even Rubline Sense actually has it on their page as well.
Cliff, if you come on up, you can find out for yourself. Because that's usually what way I feel when you guys are talking gardening. No, Rick's actually got some really good stuff about showing about some deer stand accessories and the deception scent eliminator stuff and a couple other things. And he's really knowledgeable and got a tooth up from. And now I got my wife interested, which is saying something.
Yeah. Well, hey, she knows how to fix your mistakes now. That's
I
what
accidentally
always say.
once left some trout on top of my refrigerator somehow in a sealed plastic bag, mind you. But
Yeah.
I know how you feel.
We didn't find it until we moved out of the house.
Yeah, we found it after we moved out. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
I will have to
Right.
look into that stuff definitely because it's going to come in handy, I'm sure. Especially since when you'd use it for your clothes or something like that, could you like close it into a bag or into a car or vehicle, or would that work for something like that or not?
Remember the old clothing hanger things that
Right.
were encased and they had a zipper
Yeah, the clothes
and
bags,
stuff?
travel
Clothes bag,
bags.
like clothes closet.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was a little closet. It was like maybe 3 feet deep and 6 feet high. It had a zipper in the front, and you would actually and it had a rod going across. I can't remember what they're actually called, but you hung your shirts in there, your pants and stuff. It was like a little
Yeah.
closet,
Hey,
and
Cliff.
you actually put your hunting stuff in there, and you do one of those. You zip it back up after you fire it up, put it in there. And,
My uncle had one. I've never had one, but my uncle did. I usually just wash my stuff in baking soda before I met my wife.
Yeah.
So, but that worked that's before I had, any access to anything else. So I'm glad you can make it, Cliff. What was for supper?
Spaghetti with sausage.
No, we're going to have and ourselves. This is hair, not sausage.
Yeah, I didn't hear a damn word you said. The internet's being weird tonight.
It's my internet, not yours. My internet is limited. My internet is out until tomorrow. So I apologize for that.
Let me see.
And Cecilia said you cut your
here's
hair
one.
as smooth as a baby's bottom.
Just about.
I was going to
Yeah,
say
that's one
in shades of Eddie Munster.
I'm just lucky enough that I don't have the crack right down the middle.
Yeah.
Well,
But
at
yeah,
least you
that's
still
one of
got
those
hair.
closets I was showing.
I'm still jealous. You got more hair than I do. I've seen those
Whoops.
wardrobes.
Well, I'm
That's
also
one of the
20 years
closets.
younger than you.
Yeah.
That's a
you just
scent
hang your
eliminator
stuff in there.
wardrobe.
Yeah.
I've seen the
Pretty
travel
well.
bags like that, but not the whole wardrobes.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I mean, I've got my hair starts back here, but I do have a really nice ponytail braid. I mean,
Yeah. You
yeah,
start
but
your,
Rick's
your
got some
own,
really good.
your own band.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff, the camera stuff that you were talking about, would probably work with Cliff's stuff that he does with his gardening, because you're going to go a lot of hands-free stuff that you could probably hook up with his greenhouse and stuff, which would actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't do GoPros. I'm gonna tell you right now.
No.
In my opinion,
Not just GoPros, for cameras too, phones.
Oh yeah, you can actually use. He's got a clip or that thing. You can get the GoPro. You can do your cell phone. It comes in a clip for your cell phones and stuff.
yeah, I've got no idea what you're talking about because I just got here like 2 minutes ago.
Okay, okay,
So
Cliff.
whatever
You know what?
GoPro thing you're talking about, I've got no idea.
No, okay. You see what this is? You know what they use for my camera, my phone,
Yeah.
when I record. Similar situation, but for a tree stand, for bow hunting and hunting in general. But it can be attached to anything, not just a tree stand. Is what I'm saying. And it might work if you're doing something in your greenhouse and you need to have both hands free. You can hook it up to the wall of your greenhouse, and you can do your thing and talk to the camera at the same time without interfering with the wheel.
Tubing. Here it is, Bob. It's actually. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Hey, give me a second. Let me make it
What
big
it's
for you to
called.
see it.
Yep. But you can
For
actually
tree stands, but I'm sure it would work for other things too.
Yeah. And there's adjustments like the one side is 3/4 inch tubing. The other side's 1 inch tubing. In this pack, it also has the camera, which I can't take it out, but it's got for your cell phone. There's an attachment there. There's also one where I'll try it like this and see if I can do this without destroying it.
So how's the garden thing? I just saw you put out a new video there, Cliff.
I was supposed to put that dang thing out last week, and I completely forgot about it.
Okay. Are you still having wind problems or not?
Off and on, every couple of days, it gets super windy.
Okay. There you go. That's actually not bad.
Mount. And this, the 1 inch side, and you can spin it and do. Oops, I got it too tight here. Yeah, you can spin it and do 3/4 inch tubing on that side, but it adjusts and stuff. You can tilt it to whatever, move it left or right. Whoops, I got to try to hold it.
It's like my I have here.
Yeah.
For
now
a little bit more adjustable.
Yeah, this right here, like
cool.
I can put my game camera on there and stuff, and I can adjust my game camera wherever on it. Then inside, it's got the GoPro attachment, so you can hook your GoPro up there.
He doesn't really use a GoPro, but he uses his phone, so like I do.
Yeah, the cell phone attachment, and you can do it like that.
Yeah, I've got that exact same mount. That thing
you
don't
can-
work for squat, or if you have a phone with a phone case on there.
Oh, I can understand with the phone case. That's why I use a different style mount myself because mine's just simple.
Yeah, and he actually, I think he has 2 different sizes, so that now because of the new like otter boxes and stuff like that, he actually has it that makes it bigger. You just have to let him know or let us know what
so he can customize
the phone is, and he can.
That's not bad.
I don't have an otter box. I just have a nice hard case on there that keeps my phone from obliterating when I drop it. Which I've already broken.
Yeah.
That's the reason why the duct tape's on it. But I've got one phone mount, the one that I use for my mini tripod. That one works. It sits in there, but it's a bit of a tight fit.
That's the mount I use right there.
Yeah.
I've got multiple mounts. Just one. I only have one that actually works and functions the way I need it to.
Yeah.
This is actually my second or
like
third one because the first one broke when I stepped on it.
And right here is the standard screw for almost every game camera or a different type of camera mounting system. So if you already have one that works, you could probably put it right on there and it'll work.
Yeah, that'll allow you to attach it to your, like I said, the corner of your greenhouse when you're doing stuff in there, and just showing off. Instead of being one-handed while you're doing everything, you could be hands-free.
Yep.
Even with that, there'd be no way I can mount that to the greenhouse.
I thought you had some. No, okay. All your stuff's enclosed, including your support poles and stuff.
Their channel, but that's not going to sit in the channel.
I don't know because I have not seen the support system. When you talk about your going to your greenhouse, you're focusing on the plants, not the construction of your actual greenhouse.
Yeah, it's a weird three-phase channel system. It's really strange, but yeah, that would not mount to that because in order for me to mount that in there, I'd have to have a bolt already in the slot to mount that to.
Oh, okay. And what
Which in
brand
order
of
for me to put a
greenhouse
bolt in
is
there,
it?
I'd have to undo a bunch of stuff.
Oh, which reminds me, I got to remind those raised beds that I showed you, gone in a day.
Yeah,
All of it,
because somebody did the exact same thing. They bought all of them and they're going to sell them off for like 200 a piece.
probably.
Okay. She sent me a picture now. But I was like, this is the tarps that I was talking about. Enclosed the restaurant
That's actually pretty cool.
patio. Makes the door and everything.
He's out of Pennsylvania, Cliff, and his wife works for a tarp company. They do like boat tarps and stuff like that.
Actually,
Can you imagine making it
does
like a
boat
gazebo into a greenhouse using that
yeah,
system?
That's
she
high
can
end, like
actually, she would,
30 mil
she
plastic.
could actually do that. Yep.
That wouldn't work, Cliff.
But roll up doors. And
Oh, that'll
everything.
work for a greenhouse. But
That's what I was thinking.
for me down here, it probably wouldn't last more than 2-3 years.
Probably not with the wind and the grit and stuff you have there in
Oh no,
Albuquerque.
it's the sun would eat the plastic.
Yeah.
That works in areas where it
What's that?
doesn't get to like 10,000 degrees and doesn't have like UV high enough to cook an egg on a freaking piece of wood.
That'd probably be more like Minnesota or Wisconsin.
I mean, we have stuff like that down here, but they rarely put that out on the buildings that have like outside seating, just because down here your options are either get it ripped off by the wind or have the sun eat it.
Right.
And I know those things aren't cheap. That's the same kind of stuff they use on soft tops for like sports cars.
Yeah, they do make a boat
You
tarp
have the
and
back
other.
window made out of that. That's that same plastic material.
Yeah.
That's like 300 mil or some shit like that. It's like ridiculous.
Rick, what was the company your wife works for
Yeah,
again?
she's actually a Wagner Tarps. It's actually a truck.
Yeah, I've heard of Wagner
They
tarps
make
before.
tarps. Yeah, they make truck tarps. Big semi trucks and stuff like that. And there's tarper systems that the whole truck is a tarp and it moves back and forth. I don't know if you ever seen one of them.
Yeah, I've seen those. Basically, yeah, it's like the whole outer cage is on rollers and it just slides back and forth.
Yeah.
It's got like
She
the
does
internal
those.
framework system, and then everything's attached to that, and then they just have the back that's kind of loose and open.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of an inside picture of the restaurant.
That's actually kind of cool,
Their
actually.
patio. Yeah. Yeah.
They'll help keep a patio more habitable in warmer weather or colder weather, depending on how they heat it, obviously.
Yeah.
Hey, Bork, how you doing? I don't know who you are, but hi.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
she
I'm sorry about
made,
my internet, folks. So you're going to get a lot of lagging on my part. So I apologize. It's only till tomorrow. Oh, hey, Cliff, got a question for you. Do you know anything about marine radios or anything like that? Because I found a MSR Sea Lab 9000R sea to shore radio.
Yeah, no clue.
Okay. Doesn't hurt to ask. You know a lot of different things. You could have. Until I ask, I don't know.
That is true. But yeah, I don't have a large knowledge base on nautical equipment.
Well, like you, I'm landlocked, so there's no reason why one of those would be in Iowa, but it is, and they have it at work for $4.95. And I tested it; it does turn on. But the thing is, I'm not close enough to any stations where relay stations where they can actually pick up and hear things. Unfortunately. So yeah.
Sometimes those things piggyback off of ham towers, but
They says it's like a VHF signal setup
yeah.
and UHF, which is I don't know much about them, to be honest. It's interesting. The concept is really interesting, but they said it can go up to 20 to 50 miles, depending on conditions.
Yeah, clear weather.
It's like a ham radio, but not
Yeah.
ham radio. Because, I mean, I don't know anything that goes off VHF anymore.
It's your basic what would have been an old school like
TV
relay
signal?
radio, kind of similar to like a walkie-talkie.
Well, yeah, it's like a walkie-talkie, but it uses a different frequency compared to the regular radio, such as like these right here. I mean, this is just a regular Cobra micro talk, but I'm not even sure.
Which, by the way, none of us used last year. Despite
I
the fact
know.
that I think like 4 of us took some. Ugh. Can't wait to get all the dirt off me.
But yeah, we were actually not far enough from each other in order to need them, to be honest.
Almost everybody there had either outdoor experience, boating experience, or some sort of bushcraft knowledge. I don't think there would have been a problem.
Yeah, we did a gathering last year, Rick, over here in Iowa, and we came from all over. I hosted, and Cliff. It was we had a lot of fun, except until the invasion of the raccoons near the end of the gathering. Radio only goes 25 feet. That's not very good radio there, Cecilia. I'm not sure. I think it goes, I don't know, 2 or 3 miles, maybe. Rick, do you have any radios by any chance? I'm not familiar.
Radios?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a few. I can't remember. One's almost like a CB style. It's got various channels and stuff. But then I got some that are just sitting there because, a large portion of my stuff is archery hunting. So I don't do a lot of talking and squawking on a radio.
Right.
You know what I mean? The only time I really use them anymore is if we decide to put on deer drives and stuff like that. That way we kind of can figure out where a person's at, or stay or say,
Yeah, that makes sense. Make sure everybody's safe, not downrange.
Yeah.
I've been on the tail end of somebody else's thing like that because they were coming up towards us from a completely different part of the area that we were hunting.
Yeah.
And they did not scout ahead and didn't know that we were there. But we were there first. Just saying.
Yeah.
And we got pelted with shotgun pellets from the sky.
Yeah.
Just coming down like hail.
Oh yeah. No, mine was my brother-in-law, and it was a direct hit.
Was he okay?
Oh, he hit me.
Are you okay?
He hit me right. A BB caught me here in the lip and caught me in my right knee. Luckily, there was pine trees. But yeah, that one BB snapped my head back, and I found it in between my lip and my teeth.
You were lucky. You need more radios to keep track of people.
Yeah, I was just lucky it didn't hit my eyeball, but I was just like,
or worse, your groin.
Right. Blood. Well, that would have probably taken care of a couple of kids, and that, instead of having 6, I'd only had. So
I'm sorry, but that's funny.
Yeah, the blood was squirting out harder than I could reach. Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Cliff doesn't hunt. He's not a hunter, but I'm sure he's got really good hand-eye coordination, though. I know that for a fact. I've seen him shoot.
Yeah.
He shoots a Semic Sage like I do. But he's mainly a gardener and prepper. He may not call himself a prepper, but he is one.
Right. Well,
If you don't want to know about flashlights, ask him about his own light collection.
Oh, not just lights. I probably have about 100+ flashlights.
Your Grim Survival Cards
really?
collection is and everything else. Yeah.
Have you ever seen gators? What they call them gators. They're actually they look like a snake boot or snake wrap, and there's
I'm familiar
actually
with
a
gators.
light in them. That's pretty neat. That way your hands
I have
free.
not seen.
Oh,
Have you ever heard of those, Cliff?
I got a picture.
I know what gators are, but I didn't know you could find a pair that had freaking hands-free. But I got hands-free lights anyway. Oh man, that is dirty.
And you
Everything in here, on me, around me, my face, I am covered in dirt.
I don't want to go there. I have some thoughts to say, but I don't want to get them misconstrued because they be misconstrued. And
I've been burying bodies in my yard. Leave me alone.
right?
I'm glad too far for you to be one of them, Cliff.
Colin, just for you, just so you can see this. Oh look, I'm already starting to get my farmer's tan going. All crispy.
I got a little one, but I've always got a little one.
It goes from brown to almost pale age white.
I'll be right back. Let me check. No, she's still in the bathroom. I was going to tuck her in, but I tuck Jenny in every time I can. So, yeah.
Can you see him?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Interesting.
That would be interesting. You'd be
hook up-
able to see where you're walking.
Right, and if I'll try to. They're actually USB port charged. I can get that close enough for you can see it.
Oh, the removable even. Oh, that's even better. Cliff, what do you think of that?
Yeah, there's a little pop.
Not too
You
bad.
remove them. You turn around.
Well, if you're going through brush, they're great, but there's not a lot of brush where Cliff's at.
Yeah, we got a lot of brush. Need brush.
I got a lot of brush.
Not
too.
in your yard, you're not, because you keep it pretty cleaned up.
They also have it in red.
Oh, cool.
Night vision.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
Ian's got a light up one for his stocking cap, but I don't know. But his is removable, I think, for you can wash it.
Yeah, and they also have.
Cliff, by the way, Cecilia wants to hose you down there, Cliff.
Let me see if I can get this up. Come on, get this. I hate when this thing comes up like that. They also have the green brown like as well.
Okay.
Those lights.
Yeah, that looks like a better combination or a standard issue.
Yeah, they
like outdoor bush,
actually
outdoor
now
bush
have snake proof ones. So they actually went out and tested it, and you can get bit by a rattler and it won't penetrate the material.
You have to deal with more rattlers than I do, don't you, Cliff? In your area?
Do I know?
You have more snakes in your area than I do.
Shit, no, I don't.
I thought you did.
Certain areas, not where I'm at. I've seen in the last 10 years, I think I've seen like 4 snakes.
That's what they look like.
I like the fact that they're USB.
You can pop them right into USB. Yeah.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah. Just take the rubberized cap off and it's Nighthawk footwear. So
that would be really, we're going to use that one at the gathering. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if Jason would be interested in something like that. I got to make sure I do something. Give me a second. I'll be right. Go check something. I got to adjust something in my chat real quick.
Oh, nope, Joe's still alive.
I don't know. Did I show you the? I don't know. One of Steve's the buck we got. Well, I had seen it, but my boss got it. And it's right across the street from where my camp is here. Let me see the best picture.
Sissy has been up for 2 days, Cliff. I think she's having trouble with her CPAP again. Oh, my gosh. That's huge.
20 and a half inches on the inside. It scored a 150 something.
Holy freaking cow. I'm not much of a trophy hunter, but that would be a lot of venison.
That actually shows the body size of it.
That's huge.
Yeah, it was about
how much did that dress out to? Do you know?
250, I think. I think it's about 250.
It dressed out to 250 pounds?
It was huge. Yeah.
Wow. What would you do with that much venison, Cliff?
Sell it.
Sell it? I don't know if you can legally sell it. You can probably trade it, though.
And if it's a beef jerky form.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jerky form? Yeah.
You can.
No, her CPAP works because she got the, hopefully she got the new mask finally. No, but remember, she had, she like bruised or like cracked her rib or something, so she's got like a sore rib. That's why she's not
okay. When did she crack her rib again?
She either said she cracked it or she bruised it, but she said she's got like a sore rib, so she's like having a hard time sleeping on one side.
Okay. Well, I'm glad the CPAP is working.
Yeah, she's been fine with the CPAP, but assuming she got the correct mask this time, because she did, I think she was going to send it back and get a new one. With the credit that they were going to
slightly too big, is what she said.
Yeah,
but
the other one I think she
enough for her to sleep. I'm going to be going to visit Deb this weekend, Cliff.
Oh.
I'm dropping off her cooler, her popcorn popper, and a couple other things. And I have an extra thing of Jason's rub, which I'll drop off to her as well.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, bruised rib. Yeah, so ran into something.
Ooh, I'm sorry for that, Cecilia. I hope you feel better soon. Since not be making it due to things. Sure, you got it.
Say that again.
Jason's not going to be able to make it due to family things.
No, okay. Probably over dealing with Kathy or something.
It's one of his daughter's things. I'm not sure what it is exactly. It's none of my business, so it is what it is. Let's see here. Cliff, anything new other than the gardening section? Because I'm used to hearing you and Jason talk about what you guys are got going on. So
yeah, well, we try to do that on our channel. We don't want to overrun you with our garden stuff because.
Hey, I learned from you guys that way because I ask questions, as you know. And the only way I can do that is, talk to you about it and ask. Like, how's the tree removal thing going? Are you guys already start planting that area yet, or what?
No, that tree removal is going to take a couple of months. That's probably not going to get done either this year or probably started next year, or we'll work on it during when it's not, 8,000 degrees outside.
Are you using what's left of the stump for firewood, or are you going to?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. We'll once we get the whole thing. The reason why we didn't cut it down the rest of the way is because we needed leverage in order to pull the damn thing out of the ground.
Oh, you're going to get the root ball. Okay.
Yeah, we got to pull the root ball out on that thing, and that sucker's about 8 feet wide.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the roots are going to be about 2 foot wide. And it'll be about 4.5, 5 feet deep.
Are you, okay. What are you planning on doing with that once that comes out? It probably come out in one big piece, most likely.
Yeah, well, when we're taking it out from where it's cut out at, we just have to take all the stuff out around it, dig out, and then cut the roots, and then pull out some of the other ones. Over the years, because that thing's not getting any water now, or basically it's no longer growing anything, they'll decompose after about 5 or 10 years, give or take.
You're like compost the air for the most part.
Not really. It's all under patio and artificial grass, so won't be having anything under it or over it anyway. We just got to fill the hole and then put either a gazebo or a greenhouse on that spot. Haven't quite decided which is which, what we're going to do.
You mentioned another greenhouse is what you mentioned, but like you said, you may change your mind.
Well, parents want another greenhouse, sort of, for other various reasons. But I can add more plants to it, which is awesome that I'm allowed to. But I don't know. We'll see. It's getting it's just a lot of work that I have ahead of me over this season and next season. I'm probably not even going to finish it all this season.
Do your parents help you at all with some of that stuff or
some
no?
of the stuff, yes. Not all.
Because you never mentioned them, so that's the reason I was asking.
It's because most of the time they're sitting inside and I'm outside working.
So are they the smart ones or are you?
It depends on the aspect of the question, essentially, like the direction of where the question is going to go. But yeah, we'll say by test standards, I'm not an idiot.
I didn't say you were.
No, I'm just saying.
One of the people I know.
Legal test standards, I am not an idiot.
Nope.
I just
you got me beat by a long shot.
Too much work.
But the thing is, I was wondering if you had any help with some of the bigger projects because the weight.
Oh yeah, the big projects I get help on. Some of the smaller stuff, I can get that done in a day or two.
So if you had to move some of your raised beds, your tubs is what I'm going to call them. Those things are heavy unless you dig them out and move them that way.
The wooden ones, yes, but those aren't going to move until they rot out.
No, I was talking about the metal ones, but.
Oh, I can move those with a dolly.
How do you get them off the ground?
Easy. I don't. You just pick up one side and you slide the thing under there, and then you pull the thing on top of it.
Oh, okay.
They're flat bottom. It's a smooth flat bottom. So once you get the basically the vertical, not the shelf, the actual handle part where you grab onto. What you just lay that down on the ground, and then you lift up one section. You just kind of kick it under there, and then you just pull the whole thing. You just slide it right under. And carrying it is awkward as all heck because you're at a weird angle. But yeah, those things are fairly easy to move.
Okay, you just gave me reminded me of something, Cliff. They make something for refrigerators, for moving refrigerators.
Yeah.
Basically, they fit on the corners of each refrigerator. It's a wheel, but omnidirectional wheel. You fit. I'm not sure if they could work on the rounded surfaces like your tub or not, but it allows you when you lift it up, you put the wheels underneath there. Sometimes they're like a little platform they stick on the bottom with the wheel, and you can help you slide things around and move it around while you put it
unless you have a tire that's roughly the size of say like a wheelbarrow tire or a wheelbarrow tire. Trying to move anything with a small narrow tire in my yard is not going to happen because it sinks into the dirt.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying that they make one with like a coaster wheel.
Yeah, sure that won't make more than 2 inches before it gets stuck in the stuck in the dirt and the thing dumps on me. And I don't want to have one of them planters just wipe out on me. They are heavy, but luckily because of winter and I didn't have anything growing in them really, and I didn't have to water, they were lighter than they needed to be.
Because they were dry.
Right, they were lighter than they should have been.
Right. Yeah, Rick, do you have a garden or anything?
Well, I attempt to garden every year, but and I was going to tell you earlier, we were talking about between the deer and the woodchucks, I had an entire garden be eaten.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Any suggestions for that, Cliff?
When it comes to deer, I know they'll unless you got a sturdy fence, they will get into everything. And woodchucks.
You said you had woodchucks. is what kind of hunting season you have on woodchucks there? Because we have a continuous open season on those here.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure
we
what
do
your
pretty much as well. But I'm in a small rural town, so it's very difficult.
Same here.
To,
Same here. And I've talked to the
I can shoot 'em with
DNR
my
here, and I've got permission to take them out because they're considered invasive and they damage property more often than not here.
Yeah,
They
that's
used to have
what
a
I tell
bounty
you.
on them for $10 a piece at one time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and another
But
place
now
here in Des Moines actually had a $20 bounty. So I figured I could probably collect like $30 a groundhog at one time.
Yeah.
Could have possibly.
We actually went out the other night. Took the grandson out spotting deer. We went out for 2.5 hours in about an 8-mile radius of my hunting camp. 511 deer we spotted.
Good Lord, that's a lot of deer.
That's a huge chunk of deer.
That's like a couple of herds of deer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a
that's buffalo
little,
worthy. Oh my gosh.
Feed spot right outside of my camp. Just it's not even 10 yards off the edge of my camp, and I have 10 to 12 deer in there every night eating at that little spot.
Wow.
So
that's impressive.
Yeah. A lot of deer up here.
I mean, we get deer in my backyard because I have my deer archery target stand set back. And often, especially in the rut, they knock my target over every time. It's one of those 3D targets. And yeah, we got deer that jump the fence and knock it over, then leave. We've had pheasant back there.
Yep.
The groundhog, obviously. I actually have a video about the groundhog on here somewhere.
Yeah.
Thing is, I was doing an archery video when the groundhog decided to make a visit. But I couldn't get him because I didn't have permission to hunt within the city limits for it.
Yeah.
I had to talk to the DNR first.
Right.
Now, I'm sure Cliff would be devastated if he had something like that hit his garden.
Oh, we've got gophers.
But you got those metal bins. I mean, they can't dig under those, couldn't they?
Can't get into those ones, but they can get into my 4 big wood ones.
And your greenhouse, probably.
They'd have to dig up under the rocks. Got about a 6-inch layer of rock under there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really familiar with what groundhogs or even gophers in your case can dig through. Is it loose gravel or compact?
Same thing a prairie dog and a gopher can dig through.
So they can go through that probably.
Oh, they'll probably go through the wood siding if they really wanted to. But the problem is, every time we see a hole or we see the mound, I'll scrape all the dirt off. I'll suck out a bunch of dirt, and I'll find where the hollow cavity is at, and I'll just stick the water hose down there.
So you did a meatball. What is that? Caddyshack thing.
Oh yeah, except I didn't use dynamite.
Not that you didn't want to.
Not that I don't have access to. But yeah, no, I'll stick the garden hose down there, and I'll take a bunch of gravel and sand and dirt, and I'll just as it's pouring down the hole, I just water it down the hole, and I just backfill the hole.
With dirt and gravel. Moles can swim, right?
A mole can swim, maybe, but yeah, no. If they can't get out fast enough, they drown under there.
Right.
So I always just backfill all the holes with gravel and sand and dirt and whatever, and usually never see them come back to that hole again.
You get rabbits in your yard?
No. Too many predator animals down here.
No, okay. Well, we get rabbits here, decent sized ones. But
all right, good night, Cecilia.
Night, Cecilia. Hopefully you get some sleep.
Yeah,
I know you're
got hawks, owls, cats, chickens, coyotes, foxes,
roadrunners.
Got all those. Got every once in a while I see a raccoon, but they usually don't do too much.
We get raccoons here too.
I see one every now and then, and yeah, I never see. It'll be like 2 years before I see another one. 2-3 years.
Rick, I'm not sure how your raccoon problem is where you're at, but we went to Elk Rock State Park campgrounds, and we were probably on our fourth or fifth day, Cliff.
We were almost getting ready to leave, actually.
And we got invaded by about a dozen raccoons.
Oh yeah.
Size of small dogs.
Yeah, some of them were some big ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Jason,
Oh, yeah.
Pest Hunter Outdoors, thought it was a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it just walked right past my camp and into other someone else's.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot in PA. The trapping is terrible anymore. So, as far as pelts and stuff, so people don't even mess with them anymore. They become a nuisance. They get rid of them, but other than that, there's just way too many of them. Just like coyotes. We got a lot of coyotes.
We have an open season on the coyotes.
Yeah, and our boxes, we do too, but there's just litter after litter after litter after litter.
Right.
And I wish I would have been videotaping back in the day. We actually went spotting, and we had a coyote stalking the doe.
Wow.
Within 8 feet of her, sneaking up on her.
Do you have foxes in your area, though, Cliff?
Yeah, a lot of foxes.
Well, he's in the middle of Albuquerque. I wasn't sure what the fox population is in his particular area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got foxes down here.
Are they an issue or no?
Not really. I've never physically seen one down in this area, but I do hear them.
Yeah, we had an owl when I was coming in from the truck today after we got home, and it was an owl. It was like 5 or 6 o'clock, and it was just loud as anything, like you and me, just loud.
Yeah, I've come home at night and they'll be sitting right there on the power box.
An owl?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I got to go tuck Jenny in. I'll be right back.
Good night, Jenny.
By the way, Max says hi, Cliff.
No. Oh, goodness. Yeah, just 5 short hours away from being up for 24 hours. So I had to take the wife down to the doctors today and stuff. So.
Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah. And it was a specialist, so it was an hour and 35-minute drive to get there. So.
Yeah, we really do. It's really funny. Americans do not do distance by mileage. We literally do by hours. Oh, it was an hour and a half drive. Oh, that's a 2-hour drive. Not the fact that it's like 400 miles away. No, that's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
Like we really do it in like time. Vegas.
Yeah.
Here he is. He's not really happy right now.
No, he looks grumpy. He's gonna do the same thing like last week. He's gonna chew on you again.
That's okay.
Meow. He's like staring at something on the wall. Oh, there he goes. Vegas.
You have fun teasing him, don't you?
I was just telling him that I been up for like 19 hours, so I am.
You're like Cecilia. You've been up forever.
That's like my standard though for like every day.
But thank you for coming up. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
you get some sleep.
Hoping that everybody enjoyed. Yep. So
if you could, my email is on my homepage there, Rick. Send me some information about the stuff you showed, because I'm really interested, especially the scent, because Jenny wants to know about that one. I'm interested more in the camera options.
Yeah,
the tree stand thing is a little bit much for me because I don't like heights that much. But
yeah,
I could probably find
even that one that I showed you with the pole, like the fence post type thing. You can use that on the ground. You know what I mean? And you can use it for fishing as well. So
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. And I know, I don't know if you know Geo Outdoors. He was actually, he's a fish. He does a lot of fishing, but he was actually going to take the
Are you
mounting
talking about
system.
Greg?
Yeah.
That's Greg. Yeah, I know Greg. He won a bow off of me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was actually
Haven't
going to
seen him
take
since.
I haven't
tree
seen him in a while,
stand
but
mounting system.
no Greg.
Yeah. But yeah, he was going to put the tree stand mounting system on his boat. He was going to lag it down in to his boat, and then he could put that up there and use it as a
That would make sense for
fishing pole.
fishing and stuff.
Yeah.
I think Blake could use something like that, Cliff. What do you think?
In Blake's boat, no, that thing is too narrow to put anything higher than maybe 4 feet off of the deck.
Well,
Before
what
that
about his
boat wants
kayak?
to
Yeah,
like
that's all.
teeter-totter in.
What about his
Yeah,
kayak?
that's the fish is that we were showing.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you can't. You have to have a different mounting system to put something on that in a boat. And on top of that, you'd probably have to use a John boat, mainly because the John boats are wider. They
And
don't
flatter.
tip over as easy. So you
Right.
can on a John boat, yeah, you can probably put a 6-8 foot stand on top of that without that thing flipping over.
Yeah, as long as he has his motor mounted low enough. You forgot to lower it last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had it
Yeah.
set for transport mode, and that's
Hey.
that's a whole nother bag.
Oh, you haven't seen the video, but this guy here had to walk up a hill like this 4 times.
That shit was like, I shit you not, that thing was like a 45-degree angle, and I walked up that sucker 4 times.
Wow.
It was not fun.
Because first time
Right.
he forgot the keys. Second, it was tough.
Go get the life jackets. All right, and walked all the way up there.
Woke me up.
Truck is locked. I had to walk all the way back down there. I
Yeah.
said, "You turned, you didn't give me the keys." He goes, "My bad." Gives me the keys, and I had to go all the way back up there again.
I was sleeping at the time in the back of the truck.
Yeah, I think the last time when I got the truck to take it down to the boat ramp, yeah, you were passed out.
Yep. Hey, it's a good place to take a nap.
Right.
But you got to get some
All right,
sleep.
yeah. Yep. I hope everybody had a good time. It's nice
Yeah.
talking to you guys.
Nice meeting you, Rick. Have a good one.
Rick.
Yep. You all stay safe and be blessed.
You as well. Be well, brother.
I'm gonna be burnt. That's what I'm gonna be.
No, Rick popped up. I haven't talked to him in forever, and yeah, Cecilia started calling him Sugar Daddy.
Yeah, that's where I came back, and I was just like, that's what I was talking about. I came back into something strange.
Yep, and she was flirting with him, even though she knows he's married.
With
and
everybody.
he's happily married.
But
But
that's
yeah,
just Cecilia.
huh?
And I did see the message on here about Jason not popping on here for reasons.
Yeah. I'm actually going to be stopping in to see Jarrett on Saturday as well, because that compound bow I gave him, I'm going to drop that off on the way. So I'm going to be going doing a lot of things on Saturday. So get to Deb her stuff, Jarrett his bow. Go take you into a Army surplus store over in either Omaha or Council Bluffs. So it's going to be interesting, and then to see my in-laws as well. So it's going to be an interesting weekend. He's got some really good information. I love that decenter thing he's got, for especially if you got something that's really smelly. And I was thinking about using that for Mac and Ninja.
No, if you're outside hunting and you want decenter, the best thing to do, which most hunters won't tell you to do it because you don't want to sit there and smell like that while you're sitting in a tree stand all day long, but deer pee.
Well, I've used deer pee before. Urine is a common thing to use, but I have also used my nose and and that works well too.
Something about you being allergic to something because your internet was being weird at that moment.
No. I have used deer urine before. but I've also used baking soda and washed my clothes in baking soda.
Yeah.
So that absorbs any and all scents really for a limited time, but it
Could,
does.
if you really wanted to, is make some mint oil and put that in a spray bottle of water and spray yourself with mint oil water.
I was
or mint
considering that. I was considering something like mint might work too. I wasn't sure, but
It's not like that
an
stuff
idea.
doesn't grow in nature. We just don't see it in huge quantities.
True.
Which is really weird considering that plant is almost as invasive as freaking ivy.
What about catnip?
Nah, that stuff you don't. I know that all that stuff is out there, and I mean that's where we got most of the seeds or plants that we have in our modern yards.
Right.
It came from someplace out in the woods.
Well, the thing is, I don't tree hunt like Rick does because I don't. For one, I don't even own a tree. But I do hunt mostly rabbits and squirrel and smaller game because they replace themselves a lot faster than deer do, especially rabbits.
Yeah, rabbits can go quick.
Yep. But the thing is, you can never really overhunt rabbits if you're the only one doing it because everybody else is after big game. And one of the things I would physically do a little bit in a grid down situation is that I've got a live trap. I try to trap as many live rabbits as I could.
No, you won't just get rabbits in those live traps. Problem is, you'll probably get possum, raccoons, squirrels, the neighbor's cat.
Well, the thing is, if I got at least a pair of rabbits I could mate together, and I could start, raising rabbits that way.
That's assuming you actually get a male and a female, and not two males or two females.
Obviously, yes, but that's one of the things that I have a lovely wife who helped raised rabbits growing up for food, so she could help out. And a buck is a buck. You're going to see what it has really easily. That's all and technically I am going after bucks and does, just rabbits versions.
Yeah.
Technically.
That's the word I was trying to remember yesterday on Mal's Live, was the word technically.
I was on Jason's Live for a little bit, but.
Yeah, I saw you were up there, but I got the notification for Mallory's, and I was like, ooh, Mallory's live, and I went over there right away. And then I got Jason's notification. That's what everyone was like, hour into it. They're like, where's Clifford at? Is he okay? Ooh,
I know you were busy. I totally spaced that about Mallory's, but with my internet being down until tomorrow, it's kind of, it sucks.
I only seen it because I just happened to have my phone. I was holding it, and I got the notification. I was like, ooh, Mal's live. And then I ended up on the panel. She wanted me up there to chat. And guess who popped in yesterday?
Who?
Johnny.
Really?
Little shit. He was at work, though. He popped in just to say hi. He was there for like 2 minutes, maybe 3, and then he had to go back to work.
Oh, man.
He popped in just to say hi.
That jerk. And I've been trying to get him to say hi to me for forever.
Yeah, he's been wicked.
He's a workaholic.
He's been real busy with work.
He's a workaholic.
Well, he's also trying to save up money for some stuff, so.
Is he putting together his restaurant or
not? That's part of one of the reasons what he's saving money for.
I know he can run his own restaurant. We know this.
Yeah. Problem is, in order to run a restaurant, you need startup.
Obviously, he needs capital, obviously. But the thing is, he can't do it if he kills himself.
He ain't gonna kill himself.
He almost did.
Yeah, he's in a lot. Well, no, not really.
Ever since the surgeries he's got.
Oh, he got those to rectify some other underlying health issues, but yeah, he's fine now.
Well, I don't know because I haven't talked to him. But I understand why.
You're just not cool enough, that's why.
Bite me. I love you too.
I'll say Mac, bite him.
Mac's gone. He's gone.
I got gone to sleep.
No. He's probably messing with Ninja or something. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how things go over the next couple weeks because we got a lot of stuff going on. And with Ian turned 18 as of Monday, which is really interesting.
Yes, I did. I got tired of looking like a homeless guy.
Well, by the
I kind
way,
of have to because I do have a somewhat professional style interview on Sunday.
for what?
Garden State Gardener?
Oh, that. Okay. Doug has not said anything since he first came in.
That's probably because he's been outside drinking beers.
Well, he came in, said hi, hadn't heard anything until just now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doug's cool though.
Shit, last week he was like extra chatty. We were up here for a while chatting.
Oh man, that was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was a lot of fun. I love to talk to people I usually get to talk to. And Rick here and just got a lot of good information and a lot of things that I wish I had money for, which I don't, except for that scent thing, which is going to be really good for our basement and some other things.
Why, your cat's peeing down in the basement?
Well, that's where we have our litter boxes at.
Yeah, the easiest way to solve that problem is open that basement window just a crack, but the problem is that'll suck in all the cold air.
Yeah, we don't want that. Because it's subterranean. I mean, the only thing that we have is a window, which is in the main room, and a little teeny little square one in the laundry room. So
Yeah,
that's
just
all
crack
we
one
got.
of those open. But like I said, because it's a sink, it'll suck all the cold air in.
That's where it's our heat sink for the house because that's cooler downstairs than it is up here, which is great in the summertime, but not so much in the wintertime.
A good spot to store. Well, if you got anything you need to get cold down there, you just pop that window open for a day and just leave all down there on the shelf, and yeah, that shit'll be cold as ice.
Well, not really. It doesn't get that cold. I mean, it gets around 60 or so, which is nice. It actually feels nice. I sleep really well down there when I take naps, but I've got to straighten up the basement a little bit because Pepper's coming. She's going to come stay the night on the 12th. Oh, nice. So she gets to come up and hang out with Dad for a while. I got some new pictures that.
You're bringing JJ or not?
I don't know. She hasn't mentioned JJ or not, but I got some family pictures from when I was married to her mom, and she was with me when she was like 8. So it's some really cool pictures of her and me together. And wait till you see her curly hair.
Like redhead curly?
Like all reddish, brown, but really super cooler curly. I was wanting to take care of her hair growing up, so yeah. Her mom didn't do it very well, but I was patient enough to learn how to take care of her hair, considering I don't have any. But yeah, it'd be cool to have her up. And at the end of we're at the end of this month, the first weekend of next month, I'm going to be over at the Watcher County Flea Market with Scott and Dan, and Ian. So we're going to all hang out at the Fat Flea Market.
Yeah, I'm too far away to hang out with anybody.
I'm sorry. No, I say you're not too far from Jason though.
Yeah, but the problem is we've not heard from Jason in like a year and a half.
You wouldn't believe who popped in on my live on Tuesday. Evan.
I haven't seen him in a while either. He's
been busy with his firefighting stuff. He became a firefighter. Yeah. If anybody's going to be a firefighter, a 6'4" kid is definitely going to be doing it.
Might as well.
It's a good profession. At least it's not cheese.
Ain't nothing wrong with cheese. There's good money in cheese.
Yeah, I know. He made a lot of money doing that, but man, he's standing up next to these guys on this one picture of him in his firefighting uniform gear, and he's not necessarily the tallest person there. which is really strange. They're really tall people there, apparently. You and I are the exception. Well, it would be actually be Blake and me are the exception of being short. You being 4 inches taller than me.
Yeah, I wasn't. I mean, I wasn't the shortest one at the meetup, but it was still surprising how shocked everybody was. They're like when they saw how tall I was,
or how short Blake was.
Blake's not that short.
Well, I didn't think he would be my height. I thought he would be taller. But I hate to say this, Clint. It is 10:05, and I need to get some sleep.
Yeah, I hear you. I got a shower. I'd like to get all the fertilizer and dirt off of me.
Well, so that way you don't grow anything in your armpits.
I'd be more, the back of the ears,
You're going to pull a Timothy Green type situation?
Yeah,
the
right
movie
there.
Timothy. Huh?
Right, Dan? Yeah,
there
Dan.
he is. There's Dan.
He's like, I thought you would be. Yes, you do. That's what almost everybody I met when I went out there was like, you're not as short as I thought you would be.
Yeah, you're taller than I thought you would be, and Blake was shorter than I thought he was going to be. And me, I already told you I'm short. I'm 5'8".
I already knew going into it that you were going to be shorter than me.
But the thing is, just because I'm short doesn't mean I'm not strong. I'm extremely strong. It just can't do much right now, which really sucks.
No, you got to work on that.
I've got a doctor's appointment on the 16th. I've been losing weight, but I'm hoping that it'll be enough where they can just say, get it done, get it over with, where I can go back to work, get my regular job, do my regular job and all that other fun stuff.
Yeah, that's what she said. But anyways, yeah, it's really just.
I'll give myself a little bit more time because Dan just got here.
Yeah, you said you were going to go to sleep because you're over there burnt and dying, and I know full well if you lean back in that chair for more than 2 minutes, you're going to be passed out.
I've got a secret weapon. I've got a pillow behind me. Hold me up. It's actually my backpacking pillow. But I've been keeping an eye on the stuff at the DAV store. And if there anything in particular you want me to try up, if I find it?
Not really. I've got so much crap that I don't even use. I'm starting to think about selling it just so I can not have it.
I've seen, besides that radio I told you about, I actually a decent hand crank radio flashlight that actually worked extremely well. I've never seen one work. It had 2 light settings and a radio setting for
that's
for
the
FM radio.
thing with those Eaton emergency radios. I wish that thing had 2 light modes.
Mine's got a red and a white mode, but mine's the bigger version of yours.
No, it ain't.
Oh, mine's the old school version.
The blinky red is annoying. I wish that was solid red. I'm not trying to.
I'll agree with that one because mine does the same thing.
I wish that blinky mode would go away. Dan says he's going into work, so
okay.
Well, good to see you, Dan. Be safe. Be well. Don't work too hard. Don't do anything I would do.
Talk to you later, brother, about the flea market thing.
Oh, yes, they do. Those batteries take freaking eons to charge in those hand crank radios. Which is why most of them come with a little solar cell. You just leave. But you can also plug it in too.
You can plug it in too.
Yeah.
Now I was wondering, if you could plug in an additional solar panel to it or not.
I mean, if you have a small one, it does have a DC in, which is where you would normally plug in.
Right.
And then you have your auxiliary. One is I don't know what the hell it is. But mine is old school. It's the trapezoid USB, so I'd have to hook a solar panel up to a USB splitter, or I'd have to find a way to hook it that way. But Dan says he'll call you on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the road Saturday, but I'll definitely be calling him. Found a Pepsi that had not been opened yet.
See what happens when you clean?
No, I think is we cashed in all of our cans yesterday.
Obviously not, because you just found an unopened Pepsi.
It was underneath my chair.
That's funny.
But I am going to let you go because
Yeah.
if I don't, you and I are going to get ramped up. Because when I was talking to Scott on Tuesday, holy freaking cow, we didn't get done till like after 11.
Yeah,
So
I
we
would
just-
like to get cleaned up and try to get some sleep because I spent the last 2 days outside in the hot sun.
Oh, by the way, keep hydrated. Rehydrate yourself because you're probably a little bit dehydrated too.
Oh, I'm used to it.
It doesn't matter what you're used to, but keeping hydrated is always a good idea.
Hydration's a matter of water.
Yeah, exactly. You got to actually intake it.
I drank a liter of tea this morning, and I've been drinking water on and off today.
Right.
I also did have how big is this thing? 23 ounces of space orange juice.
Space orange juice?
Yeah, space OJ.
Tang.
Yeah, space OJ. That's what it was invented for.
Yep. I will catch you on your live.
Yep, I'll see you on Saturday.
Be well, brother.
Take care. Have a good one.
You too. Bye. Well, folks, this is me getting out of here. I'm going to be out of here and be well, be safe. Love you all. I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be well, Doug. Talk to you guys later.